Welcome to the MIRA Technology Institute. My name's Ellie, I'm the Events and Marketing Assistant. Let me show you around. This is our canteen area where you can grab a bite to eat and a Costa coffee in between classes. This is the atrium where we keep our display vehicles. On display today we have an Aston Martin Cutaway and an electric motorbike. I'm going to take you upstairs to show us one of our classrooms. This is one of our many training classrooms where we teach the theory to our automotive engineering courses and apprenticeships. These rooms are also available to hire to external customers where they teach professional courses such as our IMI electric vehicle course. Let's go and take a look at our workshops. We have 3 fully kitted out workshops with a range of industry relevant machinery that helps our students to learn practical skills related to their courses. This is our motor vehicle workshop, which includes a lot of the machinery and rigs you will find in a standard car garage. We also have training rigs and vehicles that students work on to improve and enhance their learning. This is our electric and hybrid vehicle workshop. In this workshop, the students can safely learn about how electric cars work in a practical environment. This is our engineering workshop. In this workshop, we have a wide range of industry relevant equipment that is used in our engineering courses. We have everything from CNC machines and measuring arms to laser cutters and 3D printers. My name's Ellie, I'm the Events and Marketing Assistant for the MTI.
Hi, my name's Lisa Bingley and I am the Operations Director for the MIRA Technology Institute.
So what's your background, Lisa? How did you get to where you are today?
Oh, well, I started in an apprenticeship similar to the ones we offer actually. I was a tool maker, so I did an apprenticeship, a 5-year apprenticeship, where I studied tool making and I moved on to programming CNC machines that made bits for phones and cars, and then I decided I wanted to get my degree, and in those days you couldn't get a degree apprenticeship, so I had to quit work and go to university. So I did a degree, and after I finished my degree I got a graduate training scheme. And a graduate training scheme is like an apprenticeship with a bigger company where you get to go around all the different departments and basically use it as a bit of a job interview and a decider to where you want to settle. I settled in automotive safety, so I was crash testing cars for a living for about 8 years when I first joined MIRA, which is where I did my graduate training. And then I moved on up into project management, and I did other projects on automotive vehicles again, and gained lots of experience. I mentored some graduates, and then when I started mentoring graduates I realised how much I liked skills and helping people to get where they want to be in life, and so that led me to this career, to supporting and helping students get where they want to be.
Our day-to-day is really varied. I could be doing anything from scheduling social media posts or managing the website, to dealing with external clients, or even running an event that we're hosting here.
I have a really diverse role, so I can be sitting in the office one day and at an event presenting to hundreds of people the next.
We have lots of different companies that come and use the MTI. Most recently we've had Guy Martin come in with the Express 52 team, and he's been testing his vehicle here because he's attempting to break the land speed record. And so he's been doing some work here, and our logos have been on his vehicles, which was really interesting to have them in.
Yeah, it was an ideal opportunity. The students got a personalised talk for them. They got to look at the vehicle, climb all over it, climb in it. So it was quite a nice opportunity. We have other opportunities just like that. We have a couple of events that we run, like Team Tech, where students get to visit different companies and experience what they do in a day. We also have speed networking, so there's lots of opportunities when you're here to join in with different events.
We also get a lot of external companies come here for training courses as well, and a lot of those are quite high profile. People such as maybe Toyota, Polestar,
Triumph.
Triumph, so up and coming companies that are developing new technology want to come and train with us.
So our course content at MTI is based on automotive engineering. We do levels 1 all the way to level 8, and we teach apprenticeships in motor vehicles, in maintenance, in engineering, from all levels, and we also have degree level apprenticeships with one of our partners, and there's lots of CPD courses in between, so there's lots of opportunity to get involved in emerging technology. We hope to have new courses such as hydrogen technology, so you can learn how to use the fuel cells. We have already electric vehicle, cyber security, all the new stuff that's coming out.
So if someone wanted to apply for an apprenticeship, what could they do to help their application?
Oh, there's loads of things you can do to help put you above the others that are applying. So having a very up-to-date CV, and when I say up-to-date, it's up-to-date to the day before you're going to send your application in. So it's got everything that you've done in it, and making sure you can fill it with other things apart from your qualifications. So when a person is reading your CV, they want to know what you're like as well as what qualifications you've got, because they want to know that you're going to fit into their team. So anything you've done above and beyond, if you've worked on your dad's car or on your car, if you've got a hobby of building drones, if you've got something that is practical that gives you a step above everybody else, put that in your CV. And if you haven't, go and get it, go do it, go and join clubs and get it, because that puts you above everyone else. So when you apply, send them your CV and send an introduction letter. It only has to have a couple of paragraphs in it, but that letter introduces you with your CV, and it puts your application in front of everybody else's, because you've introduced yourself to them and why you want that job. Explain why you want that job and why it's important to you. It's always a winner. Hi, I'm Lisa Bingley. I'm the Operations Director for the Mira Technology Institute. Today we've got HORIBA MIRA with us. Steve is going to tell us a little bit about HORIBA MIRA, what they do, and talk about some future technology. Welcome, Steve. Would you like to tell us a little bit about your background?
Yeah, sure. My name's Steve Payne. I started MIRA back in the mid-80s as a toolmaker, apprentice toolmaker.
I was an apprentice toolmaker as well.
And I was lucky enough to be put on an ONC, HNC course there, and developed that. So in about the early 90s, I was actually lucky enough to get into MVH, noise and vibration harshness, and then through further study, I was lucky enough again to be promoted and moved to senior engineer position within durability. More study, but really interesting because it was encouraging me to. It was my career. It was encouraging my learning, and again I was able to progress and move into a team leader role.
So what do HORIBA MIRA do? So they're an engineering consultancy. Mm-hmm. What other stuff do they do?
Crikey, well, HORIBA's got probably over 40 test facilities, from chassis dynos to engine noise test cells to wind tunnels, all real, and obviously the proving ground is the main.
Got over 100 kilometres of tracks out there.
Yeah. That's the main draw to the customer, where we can accelerate the durability on a vehicle. So instead of taking 10 years to put a vehicle through its paces, we can do that in 5, 6, 7 weeks from a durability structural point of view.
So Steve, how do you think automotive engineering has changed over the years?
It's changed significantly in terms of the way vehicles are powered. Obviously when I started it was internal combustion engine, it was petrol, diesel, and now we've moved into battery powered vehicles, electric vehicles, and even hydrogen electric vehicles. So it's the way that the vehicle is propelled, if you like, that's changed significantly, and that needs a lot of focus in terms of the development of the powertrain.
So it's looking at all the different fuel cells and looking at hydrogen. I know that you've got new refuelling, which we'll talk a bit more about later, but you've got a refuelling station coming as well, so that's really exciting.
Yeah, it's a huge sort of energy farm, if you like, where we've got 70 electric chargers on site already. This is going to give us hydrogen fuel, and it's also going to give us some very high-powered 300 kilowatt charging stations.
That's great. So Steve, what new projects have you got going on at HORIBA MIRA at the moment?
I guess the biggest development is assured CAVs, so connected autonomous vehicles. We've got 3 really great facilities where we can develop the autonomous vehicle. So we've got a huge, vast expanse of tarmac basically, where we can look at high-speed testing and how that vehicle behaves during the high-speed testing. We've also got an urban environment, so we can look at how that responds to other vehicles on the road, pedestrians,
roadside furniture and that sort of thing.
Yeah, exactly. And then we've also got a car park on the main site, which we look at valet parking, where basically the driver now will just leave his vehicle, it will go and park itself, and he can pick it up and just return to him when he's finished. So some interesting stuff.
Sounds really exciting. And I know we're basing some of our taster sessions on that news, so it's really exciting, and it'll be exciting for students going forward. So what's HORIBA MIRA's next big thing, you know, the emerging technology, what's coming?
Well, the big thing is, as we mentioned earlier, is the Octopus Energy hydrogen fuel station. So it's electric vehicles, but I think the big thing here is hydrogen. That's where we need to focus. We've got the ability, or will have the ability, with this combined with Octopus Energy, to create our own hydrogen. So that's going to be fantastic, because that means customers can come here and we can supply them with hydrogen. They haven't got to go anywhere else to prove themselves there. So that's really big.
So it ties in for us too, because we're going to look at what hydrogen courses we can teach. So whether we can train people in refueling, in the fuel cells, in the safety aspects, because hydrogen's fastly becoming emerging technology out there, and the research that we're doing and finding within new companies that are dealing with this is they haven't got the experience. Can we talk a little bit about apprenticeships? I know that you've had some experience with the apprentices at MIRA, and what, in your experience, how's that gone?
It's gone very well. I've been lucky enough to have, or I've worked with 2 apprentices in the last few years, and it's been really interesting, not only because we're able to teach and pass on our knowledge, but also to listen to their ideas. Great to listen to the ideas they've got, and to try and let them, as much as possible, sort of develop and run with those ideas, but obviously teach them, you know, the importance of the way we do things and how that's sort of developed over the years. It's great that you've got that two-way passage of knowledge.
I guess the whole team gets to collaborate with them, and it improves the whole team dynamics, not just the apprenticeship.
Yeah, absolutely. From the workshop through to the office staff, they all get involved, and they get to, I think the thing is the apprentice sees from all sides. So they understand not only what's going on the shop floor, but how the engineers have to work alongside them to develop the ideas and you know, get to the end goal for the customer.
So I've heard some of the vehicle resilience apprenticeships are getting to do some really exciting stuff. Could you tell us a little bit about what vehicle resilience is and what they're getting to do?
Sure. I mean, vehicle resilience is basically cybersecurity. We've got several apprentices at the moment, and the fun thing is they're using model cars to develop the technology and the cybersecurity within the vehicle. Rather than giving them expensive vehicles, customer vehicles, we're using model cars so they can develop that technology, understand how it performs, and then demonstrate that to the customer.